I don't think that's the same as the hard problem or the existence of phenomenal consciousness, because you can build an AI system, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that like will pass a Turing test in terms of demonstrating the qualities of like a sense of self. It will talk as if there's a self, and there's probably a certain like algorithm or whatever, like computational, like, scaling up of computations that results in somehow. And I think this is the argument with humans. With some have speculated this. Why do we have this illusion of the self that's evolved? That, and we might find this with AI, that like it works. Having
Mm-hmm.
a sense of self, or and that's stated wrong, incorrectly. Like acting as if there is an agent at play, and behaviorally acting like there is a self that might kind of work. And so you can program a computer or a robot to basically have an algorithm like that and demonstrate that type of behavior. And I think that's completely silent on whether there's an actual experience inside there.
I've been struggling to find the right words and how I feel about that whole thing, but because I've said it poorly before. I've before said that there's no difference between the appearance and the actual existence of consciousness or intelligence or any of that. What I really mean is the more the appearance starts to look like the thing, the more there's this area where it's like, our whole idea of what is real and what is just an illusion is not the right way to think about it. So the whole idea is like, if you create a system that looks like it's having fun, the more it's realistically able to portray itself as having fun, like there's a certain gray area at which the system is having fun. And same with intelligence, same with consciousness. And we humans want to simplify, like it feels like the way we simplify the existence and the illusion of something is missing the whole truth of the nature of reality, which we're not yet able to understand. Like it's the 1%. We only understand 1% currently, so we don't have the right physics to talk about things. We don't have the right science to talk about things. But to me, like the faking it and actually it being true is the difference is much smaller than what humans would like to imagine. That's my
Yeah.
intuition. But the philosophers hate that because, and guess what? It's philosophers. What have you actually built? So like to me that's the difference between philosophy and engineering. It feels like if we push the creation, the engineering, like fake it until you make it all the way, which is like fake consciousness until you realize, holy crap, this thing is conscious. Fake intelligence until you realize, holy crap, this is intelligence. And from my curiosity with psychedelics and just neurobiology, neuroscience is like, it feels, I love the armchair. I love sitting in that armchair because it feels like at a certain point you're going to think about this problem and there's going to be an aha moment. Like that's what the armchair does. Sometimes science prevents you from really thinking,
Right.
wait, like it's really simple. There's something really simple. Like there could be some dance of chemicals that we're totally unaware of, not from aspects of like which chemicals to combine with which biological architectures, but more like we were thinking of it completely wrong. That just out of the blue, like maybe the human mind is just like a radio that tunes into some other medium where consciousness actually exists. Like those weird sort of hypothetical, like maybe we're just thinking about the human mind totally wrong. Maybe there's no such thing as individual intelligence. Maybe it is all collective intelligence between humans. Like maybe the intelligence is possessed in the communication of language between minds, and then in fact consciousness is a property of that language versus a property of the individual minds, and somehow the neurotransmitters will be able to connect to that. So then AI systems can join that common collective intelligence, that common language. Like just thinking completely outside of the box. I just said a bunch of crazy things. I don't know, but thinking outside the box, and there's something about subtle manipulation of the chemicals of the brain, which feels like the best or one of the great chances of the scientific process leading us to an actual understanding of the hard problem.